If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? I promised to try out one of the new Light and Darkness Dragon KFC style lists, and I'm here to deliver on that promise. This is the build that I came up with for today. So we've kind of, I decided I didn't want to run Lad with Titanial, so I cut out the Lone Fire stuff. And in place, we kind of got the Hamster Raikou package. Hopefully, to help us get it to that Dandelion a bit faster. Also shaved down one of the Kurazes, so that way we still have the same number of ratios on like tribute monsters, which I believe is 6 total, if you count Gadgetron. And then still on triple Debris. Debris is like the best normal summon in the whole deck. It's probably the best Debris deck in like the entire format in terms of just, you don't just make Stardust and Black Rose. Like the AFD is like another piece of your arsenal that's actually super crazy and very powerful. And then Spell Trap lineup I think is exactly the same, except we're playing Charge of the Light Brigade because we are on the Hamster Raikou stuff. So yeah, also adding a Treeborn Frog. It's something to mill that's like decent in terms of giving us enough tribute fodder to actually summon Lad. So that's the build. We're going to be trying it out today. We have three different replays here to look at, so let's just get into it. Okay, I forget which matchup this was. I played against like a crazy deck in one of these. Okay, this was just against Hero Beat. So it was like Hero Beat, some crazy deck, and then Flamvell? No. That was the crazy deck. Alright, my memory is blanking. We'll have to see when we get there. Anyway, the opponent just goes Gilman Pass. I do get shooted here, but my hand is so ridiculously good that it doesn't even matter. We have a Gear Town play anyway. So we're going to get into the Gadgetron, attack, pass. The opponent's obviously going to go for the Catastor here. But we have the Mirror Force to answer what would normally be a semi-problematic card for us. Here we're going to go Gear Town over the Gear Town, get another Gadgetron. I decided it is worth it just to go for game, even though I think he probably does have the Gores here, which they do. So we kill the Gores. There's just a 3k token. We can out it with the Phoenix Wing. They do draw a Rhoda. Gonna get that Neo's Alias attack. And set the Gem Sparks, which is pretty good for him. He probably should have set both Sparks in case I decided to end phase Wing Blast, but I didn't do that. So here we can just battle phase, and then no matter which one he pops, we just hit into this, and then like on attack declaration we Phoenix Wing and then replay, and there's nothing that they can do even if the trap is something activatable. So we're going to pick up the W there in game number 1. Game number 2, we open a kind of slow hands, going second, but it's like not bad. I decided to risk the pro set heavy since I don't think that's what the back row is. It was actually compulsory. He goes for the Stratos. I decided this is a pretty worthwhile torrential because it will fizzle the Stratos effect. So it's a decent, like, I don't know, a 2 for 2 sort of. So here we're just gonna set Raikou 2 for 2 when it otherwise would have been a +1 for him. So he's gonna hit into the set. I decided to just pop the back row, because we could Phoenix Wing the other one, maybe make a play, but we don't mill anything good. I decided to set the Phoenix Wing and then just end phase it here so we can get the Dandy tokens and just slam Lad the next turn, and then it won't matter what the back rows are. So I do it. He decides to torrential here, I guess calculating that he needed to in order to ever get rid of this Lad. So he could obviously Honest, force one more to gate, kill it, and then yeah, there was nothing I could do in terms of using the Call of the Haunted there. They draw Dust Shoot, which is completely dead. And then I think I do regrettably hit the incorrect back row here. But I don't go for the Debris play this turn. I go for the Gadgetron, hoping I could force them to use the other back row, thinking they could kill me. And then I could just Foolish a Dandy in main 2, but that's not what they do. I decided to Foolish a Dandy anyway, just in case of Brain Control specifically, I think. Because I would have lost to top deck Brain Control if I had not done that. So then here, he lets this through and then tries to Hero Blast it, but we have the Crow to stop that, and I think we're dead to anything besides top deck Miracle, or they're dead to anything but top deck Miracle Fusion. And they do not get it, unfortunately, for them, so we are able to pull out the 2 there against Hero Beat. And then I think this was against the like absolutely insane build. Let's see what happened. Yeah, this was, man, I opened like Grand Mall every game, didn't I? I'm remembering, I think I opened Grand Mall a lot. So we Raikou pop that. Man, they just always have the dog. First rule playing against Flamvell is they always draw dog. They always draw dog. We set call. they just go for the Trooper, just trying to set up that Avarice. They unfortunately don't mill any monsters. Our plan at this point is to just call back the Kuraz, of course, to get that sweet, sweet pot of greed. And it does work, so we got a huge hand with the Trag, absolutely what we want to see. If they ever do manage to make a level 8, we can just Trag steal it, which is really good. They bring back Fortress, we go sets. They should have Mind-Conned here, I don't know what they were holding back for. You even had the Tuner. Yeah, but we pop the back row. We mill a Dandy, at which point I decided to just Phoenix Wing the Fortress and summon the Lad next turn. So, I mean, Lad definitely did some stuff in some of these games, for sure. It was good. It was solid. Overall, though, I think the Lad felt like the weakest part, to be honestly. It's just like an annoying brick card a lot of the times. The fact that it's just like a native 2 tribute and that's the plan for Lad is really kind of annoying, as opposed to like regular KFC where you never 2 tribute anything. Because 2 tributes is not trivial to get out. I mean, maybe I should play triple hamster, but then that's only like really guaranteeing you 2 tributes going first, so it's kind of we just hit into this. If anything, I'm kind of more sold on the hamster Raikou aspect of the deck, weirdly enough, which I've been getting very hamster Raikou pilled recently. I think it's very solid in a lot of decks. So here we have like infinite extension. Actually, yeah, this is pretty good. We can go into double Gadgetron. I decided not to summon the mole, just to play around Torrential Mirror, and there was a mirror, so it's a very good thing that I did that, because I would have gotten absolutely owned by Mirror Force. We set the Judgment. Unfortunately, they draw Typhoon for my Judgment, and then they go for Rekindling, Tribute Summon Fortress. This is not a very good out that they had here. They set Solemn, and then they Solemn my Debris, which is super odd. They Mirror Force, the Grand Mole. Unfortunate for me. Yeah, they go for Goyo, and then they try to go for Game. I decide to Crow and drop Trag, so I crowed so I could drop Trag, because then there's like a lot of top decks where I just win the game. But we don't get one, we get Bottomless, which is useless. And then we don't get one again, we get another Bottomless, which is useless. So a little bit, I think there were a lot of draws there that would have actually like been really good, but unfortunately we didn't get them. Here, yeah, I mean, we opened Grand Mole double Lad, or we opened Gadgetron double Lad. It's just kind of like polluting my hand at this point. I feel like the solution is actually to play less bricks. Maybe I should get on like a new version, semi-inspired by this version, but without Lad. I could kind of see that. I think there's a lot of room for innovation with that deck still. I don't think it's a bad deck, personally. I just think I'm just not really sure about it right now, in terms of what the state of KFC is in the current format. I've been concentrating on other decks. Here I made a mistake. I needed to set the Judgment because I knew it was dead on board, but because of the Plague Spreader in the graveyard. Yeah, I forgot to do that. But I don't think it really mattered. We were just losing this one. Like we had a really bad break in that game 3. All right, next final match. This is the one I couldn't remember. Oh, it was against Lightsworn. All right. So we didn't Judgment right away, and they didn't recharge right away. Or did I say Judgment? I didn't Dust Shoot right away. They didn't recharge right away. Very strange. We go here for Mausoleum, get the Gadgetron, Mausoleum. I think I just pop Kuraz plus my Dust Shoot and then chain the Dust Shoot. Yeah, very, very big brain. So nice little positive play for me. They're going to Raikou the Gadgetron. That's fine. What's not fine is the free Wolf Mill, which, God, that's so annoying. So we steal the Wolf. We go attack. I'm reasonably sure that set card is a Plague. Just pass with the Raikou set. They set the Call of the Haunted. I decide I want to use the Storm to get more damage on board, and that's just going to be it. So, I mean, the turn 1 Dust Shoot opening there was just kind of ridiculous on my part, so I feel bad. I feel bad. Anyway, here we're going to go for charge, trying to mill something to call back, which I do manage to do. Nice little 2-for-1 trade there with both pieces of Spell Trap interaction. So we're going to Raikou, kill the Jane, take the 19, because we can just run this over. I think I crash with Trooper. Unfortunately, the opponent actually does have exactly 4 Lightsworns, which means this JD is going to come down on me, and it's not looking good. I have to Foolish this Wolf or I'm dead. Or Foolish the Wolf. I have to Crow the Wolf or I'm dead. And then they have an Avarice follow-up, which is super annoying. I hate this card in Lightsworn, too. It's so, like, sacky and like high variance, because Avarice will make you brick more, and then like it's just even crazier of a late game recovery tool though. So here I have to Mausoleum pop the JD. I also pop the Jane because we're dead to Honest, and then they just have like another sweeper. This match I remember getting annoyed because they just always had the spell trap sweeper. You could see it again in game 3. They've got all of them. So we go for the hamster here. The hamster here is basically going to win us the game because it lets us establish Light and Darkness Dragon. And yeah, this card obviously kind of destroys Lightsworn. So we're going to negate that. They just pass. We attack. I think I set this Phoenix Wing at some point. Yeah, they eat up a negate with the Gardna. They eat up 2 more with the Plagues. They send away the Heavy, which is strange. I think Heavy is probably better to hold on to than the Giant Trunade, unless you're thinking I have Starlight Road. I thought about Phoenix Winging straight away to put back the Wolf, but I decided it was probably the bad decision. Turns out they did have the Celestia, though, so yeah, what can you do? It's like fine either way. We get to revive a Gadgetron. They do have the JD on top of that, and I think they milled up to 4 Lightsworns, so we do get kind of screwed there. I have to yoink this JD so that I can put them out of JD range, or we're just gonna get owned. But then they have the Trunade, which, like, obviously if this was Storm here, I think that would have been pretty good. It wouldn't have mattered because they still would have lost this turn, but it would have been better than giving me the cards back. We do fortunately draw into a card that we can actually use, and now it's just going to be GG because we summon the Kuraz, pop both their monsters, and attack for a game. So pretty close match there against Lightsworn. Like I said, overall, the lad was definitely impressive sometimes. Sometimes it felt like a useless brick. I think it was kind of mid in my evaluation. Maybe it's probably better in like the Frog variant of KFC, which I think is a very strong way to play the deck if you want to go that route. Personally, I prefer the builds that use Ancient Fairy Dragon a lot more because I think that's one of the real power plays of the deck. So I'm probably going to go that direction in terms of just like taking out Lad and maybe messing around with it a little bit more. I might make a follow-up video, you never know. But anyway, I know you guys always enjoy the KFC videos. Let me know what you thought in the comments section, and I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.